greatest driver.
Monica.
They're the best. I love them. Even though
Hannah.
owes me $5.
What?
I know you guys are excited to get on the tour, but first, a few safety rules.
What? Finally, for your safety and those around you, please do not use selfie sticks while you are on board. Ooh. Now that we got all of that out of the way, we are leaving our theme park behind and we are going into the heart of the working studio, where we work every day to produce your favorite television shows, reality competitions, commercials, music videos, and of course, movies. On your right-hand side, you may have just seen a few of the thousands of movies that we have made here at Universal, and see if you can spot your favorites as we make our way down the Universal timeline. On your right, you'll see something that looks like a fire station, and that's because it is. Give a wave to the heroes out here on the Universal lot. Help keep us safe. That is a real working fire station based to make our movies. So much so that we are our own city, complete with our very own first responders and our very own zip code. But the difference between your city and ours is that we are completely dedicated to making your favorite television shows and movies, so there's actually no permanent residents here. No one actually lives here on the Universal lot. Now, our founder, Carl Laemmle, he started the studio with about 230 acres. We are now roughly 400 acres, which makes us the largest studio in Los Angeles, not to brag or anything like that. But we are currently undergoing an immense expansion happening here on the lot.
Say hello to my little friend!
What those sound stages look up on your screen. You can also look to your left-hand side and see the doors to our sound stages are open. Controlled environment, which means you can film anytime, day or night, studio out while they create their masterpieces within them. Again, if you see any of the doors open, take a peek inside. Super excited for that. On your left-hand side, you'll see one of my favorite celebrities here on the lot. It's Ted. And Ted is cheersing to us because he got his own television show, a prequel to the Ted films.
And I'm excited to share with you a behind-the-scenes look at my Peacock original event series, TED. It's a prequel series set in 1993. And that means our skilled craftspeople had to build a high school, a house, and even recreate downtown Boston as it looked back in the day, using exterior sets and facades that you're about to see on the tour. But I should warn you, TED is intended for mature audiences only. So grown-ups, tell the kids to go in the other room before you watch. Oh, come on!
But with these sound stages, we are actually going to leave our front lot and enter into our back lot, which houses our more exterior sets in the best. Now up these steps and behind those doors is absolutely nothing. This is what we call a facade. Now, facade is the French word for front, which basically means we build the front sides of these buildings, and that's pretty much it. Anything that happens on the inside of these buildings are happening inside of a soundstage. Then we just use editing and post-production to put it together to make it look like it's all happening at the same time, when it could be filmed months apart. Over on your left-hand side, you'll see City Hall, and atop it, a very familiar clock from one of my favorite films, Back to the Future, starring Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd.
It was actually the back lot of Courthouse Square that inspired the entire climax to Back to the Future.
I had seen something in the clock tower on that ledge. So it was a ledge about that wide. And I was standing inside, looking at the ledge, and I already had vertigo. I just thought, there's no way in the world, no way I'm going to stand on that. I was up there for quite a while. Of course, I had a cable.
When it did in Back to the Future, we can change it up a little bit. We can change the foreground. We can also add a facade in front of it so that it doesn't look exactly the same. We actually did that for the Back to the Future trilogy in the first, to make it look different for 1955, 1985, and in the second movie in 2015. You'll notice Courthouse Square is the same, but we just changed it up a little. Who's very familiar with the streets of New York?
Hey everyone, welcome to New York! I got my start right here in New York on Saturday Night Live. This is actually my old neighborhood. Once got mugged over there by an old woman. Tough lady. This is my favorite hot dog guy. Hey buddy, how's it going? Remember me? No. Just like old times. Gotta love New York City.
Hey, I'm walking here! I'm walking here!
Hey, it's cool guys. I was just, just walking there. So it's not exactly New York, but a lot of times when you see New York in the movies, it was shot right here on the Universal Metro sets. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Even if you make it here on the Universal lot.
It's the original King Kong that made me want to direct movies. I saw that movie on TV when I was about 8 or 9 years old. I wanted to become a filmmaker. I like films that just take you away from life.
Alrighty, before we return to prehistoric times, I want to quickly remind everyone to please remain seated, keep your arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times, and hold on to all of your personal belongings. Any loose hats, glasses, backpacks, water bottles, phones. You don't want to lose them on these jungle roads, alright? So keep them secure. Also, no flash photography on the studio tour because you get to see an incredible piece of artwork coming up. So on your right-hand side, there'll be this building, and on it is our monster movie mural by Tristan Eaton. Not many people get to see this because we normally just go right around it during the tour, but this is a great moment. I don't know why I said that, but this is one of my favorite things here on the lot. It was done by spray paint, freehand by Tristan Eaton. A truly incredible piece of artwork here.
And an instrumental part of the process of designing these murals was getting to go to the Universal Archive. Going there, I got to see in person props from the movies, photos from behind the scenes, original illustrations from those movie posters, all this stuff. I had an early affection for movie monsters. I was always fascinated by the magic behind making movies, but I fell in love with zombie movies and monster movies as a young kid. My world that I come from is skateboarding, graffiti, and comic books. You always have to pay homage to where that art form started. And for me, it started doing stuff in the street legally.
Pretty amazing work there. Coming up on your left-hand side, you'll see sound stages 30 through 33. 30 and 31 is where we filmed the seasons of The Voice, and 32 and 33 is where we filmed Jordan Peele's films. The ending scenes of Us and the beginning scenes of Nope were filmed inside of those sound stages. This road that you're driving down is the same road that Daniel Kaluuya and Keke Palmer drove down in the Nope movie as well. But let's say you're not a modern horror fan, you like the classics, the silver screens. Alrighty, everyone, just wanted to let you know our tour is at the halfway mark, so I wanted to remind everyone to stay seated during the entire tour. The studio is private property. If at any time during the tour you drop your phone, I just can't wait to use the restroom, pull the cord to get my attention, but remain seated and I'll be back to assist you as soon as it's safe to do so. Please do remain seated on the trail. Now, Creature from the Black Lagoon is just one of the many creature features we have created here at Universal. In fact, from the 1930s to the 1950s, we were kind of known for our monster movies, and the horror genre would not exist today without them. And most of our monster movies got their start right here. Everybody, welcome to Little Europe. Now, we have transformed Little Europe into many different places, like Transylvania for Dracula, starring Bela Lugosi, Wales for the Wolfman, starring Lon Chaney Jr. We have used the streets of Little Europe as the streets of Genovia for Princess Diaries 2, The Royal Engagement. And some of these storefronts may look familiar to you if you've watched the television show The Good Place, which stars Ted Danson and Kristen Bell.
You, Eleanor Shellstrom, are dead.
Cool.
This location, the afterlife, come on. I've never ever seen this. You're in the good place.
I'm not supposed to be here. I can't risk going to the bad place.
Okay, well, maybe it's not all that bad.
How can I help you?
What is the bad place like?
Well, it doesn't sound awesome.
From Transylvania to The Good Place, how do we keep using Little Europe and make it different in each one of those television shows and movies? Residents of Amity Island are breathing a sigh of relief because they just caught that great white shark that was terrorizing their waters. I hear they even have it up on display to let everybody know it's a-okay to go swimming. It's a little chilly for swimming. Maybe we'll have like a big bonfire. I like that. That sounds like a good idea. There's that shark I was talking about. Oh, and my friend Chris P, he's out in the water. He's making sure that everything is a-okay for us to hang out in here. Let's see if we can see him working. He does good work out here. swimming. Really? Oh, okay. Don't worry, kids. That's just his juice box that he keeps with him when he dives. Okay, how about we pull somewhere a little bit more safe? Oh, let's just hide behind these bright red barrels here. That should be good. Oh, they say something on the flammable. Flammable? I don't know what that means, but I think we should be okay. Bruce works hard here on the Universal lot, unlike the actual shark that they used in the filming of Jaws, which sunk to the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean the first day of filming. Yeah, that didn't work. The reason for that is because when they tested out the shark, they tested it out in fresh water. So when they brought it out into the ocean, it didn't work. It didn't work at all. Now that put director Steven Spielberg in a very interesting position, so I'll go ahead and let him tell the tale. Take it away.
That's a much maligned shark. The shark was frustrating. It didn't really work all the time. It didn't work hardly at all.
Wherever you were on the island, you could hear the radio mics. They were always saying, "The shark is not working." Repeat, "The shark is not working."
We just waited around. We just waited and waited and waited.
The shark worked well enough. For a while there, it had the biggest hit of all time. So I really owe the shark a lot.
Me calling the shark Bruce. That is his name. The shark is named Bruce. He's named after another shark, Steven Spielberg's lawyer, Bruce Raymer. Now, Jaws was actually set to premiere in the winter, but due to all the complications they were having with the shark, they had to push it back to the following year in the summer. But it's okay, because it made it the first ever summer blockbuster. Over on your left-hand side, you'll see this yellow house with a green roof on it. That is Boo Radley's house from To Kill a Mockingbird, starring Academy Award winner Gregory Peck. On your right-hand side, you'll see another house. This is what we call the Chicken Ranch. There's no chicken or ranch, I checked. Maybe I was wrong. This is where we filmed The Best of Austin, Texas, starring Dolly Parton, who sang the iconic song, I Will Always Love You. This is a practical set, which means you can film on the inside as well as the outside, which makes it very convenient for our filmmakers. So those are just two houses here on the lot. How about we go show you some more houses? This is our little neighborhood here on our lot. This is what we call Colonial Street, but you may know it as Wisteria Lane from ABC's Desperate Housewives.
If there is one thing everyone in suburbia can appreciate, it's a good neighborhood.
What the heck? Let's move back.
Our own little neighborhood makes things a little bit easier. We can do stunts like light a house on fire without endangering people who actually live there, because no one lives here on our little colonial street here. Now these sets are what we call semi-practical because you can film inside some of the rooms inside these houses, but not all of them. You'll see this yellow house. This was recently used as Davy's house from Never Have I Ever, starring Maitreyi Ramakrishnan, which you can find on Netflix. To your left is the house that has been recently used in Ted.
Let the festivities begin.
How many we got?
Let's see, we got 20 items.
Fantastic.
Do you think we're getting too old for this?
Oh, come on, Johnny, we're doing a public service here. If a kid leaves the house in a less than stellar Halloween costume, he's got to get the bad news before he makes a fool of himself all over town. We're Samaritans.
Now streaming on Peacock for mature audiences only. Alright Alright, coming up on your left-hand side, you'll see some signs here. From Colonial Street to Line Estates. You may remember that Line Estates was where Marty McFly lived in the Back to the Future trilogy. We are currently prepping for our 60th year anniversary, so again, we hope you would come back and celebrate with us when everything is up and running again. But we've been lucky to work with amazing directors like Steven Spielberg and more recently Academy Award winner Jordan Peele. In a moment, we're taking you to Jupiter's Claim from Jordan Peele's thriller sci-fi movie Nope, starring Daniel Kaluuya, Keke Palmer, and Stephen Yeun. So I'll just let Jordan Peele welcome us in. Take it away.
Magic only happens when a team of collaborators, often in the hundreds, work together to take an impossible notion and bring it to life. This is Jupiter's Claim, a nostalgic, small-time Southern California amusement park owned by former child star Ricky Jupe Park. Over there, look into the winking well and have your picture taken just like the kids in that old 90s movie Kid Sheriff. That's what this whole place is loosely based on. Remember that one? No? What? A little further down, you can see the brand new Star Lasso experience. Built to showcase an unbelievable new live show. Not looking so live anymore. Anyway, behind this Hollywood fantasy of gold rush frontier town lies a sinister secret. It is smack dab in the center of the universe. Welcome to the world of no.
Strange. I think we're gonna take Jordan's advice and peel out of here. It's time for us to get out. A lot for us to enjoy. They were designed by Ruth D. Young, who worked on Jordan Peele's film Us as well, and Oppenheimer, which just won the award for Best Picture at the Oscars this year.